Alright everyone, OP-04 is out, the lssho is out. Yo, we got so many lssho decks, but the first one we're going to show you is what we call lssho pop. Why? Because it is focused on using this Kobe. You already know. lssho restands it, so now the only way they really got to get this off the board is with an effect, to tell you the truth, because it'll always be active, right? You constantly want to just keep using this. Garp is the backup Kobe, just to give you the heads up. But the whole gimmick here is to just keep using your leader lssho, right? At the end of the turn to restand Kobe. Why Kobe is more important than Garp is because Kobe is free. You do not lose cards in your hand, right? But once again, as a backup, you have Garp, and the good thing is he hits a higher threshold, so cool. Everything else is more supportive of these two guys, right? You already know the Kuzans, both Kuzans, right? But look, Hina is playable. Yay, right? She's playable. So after you already set your board up, you just drop her negative by 4, pops a 6, pops a 8, and of course if you have enough Dawn, that's an extra, right? So it'll just be, the combo would be 7 and 9 instead. Very powerful, very consistent board control with this deck, I promise you, right? You get more value out of Great Eruptions, once again, because once these guys are on the board, things like this is so convenient, so easy to play. It works out. The struggle with Navy is that it was a combo heavy deck and you always had to hope to draw all the stuff you needed. But if the stuff you need are continuously just set on the board, everything that follows, everything you top deck complements what's already there, it flows much better. And hope you guys can, see the consistency in these characters. And feel free to always customize whatever you like. Let's get some games going. Welcome everyone. So we got our lssho deck on display. Very happy to showcase this one. lssho pop. Really about this board control, taking advantage of Kobe and Garp, all that good stuff. We open up with the brand new. Looking at the top 3, now we making decisions. It's like, do we want to catch that lssho for the late game curve, or do we want to set up for the early game? And we went with the Kuzan to draw the card. Crocodile just swings. No Dawn. Okay, there we go. Set tomorrow. I was like, I'm sure he's gonna use up all the Dawn. That's kind of how it is. The telling play is when the leader just swings with no Dawn attached. See, the magical thing about this lssho deck is just the wonders of Kobe being able to just constantly shoot at things or whatever. I don't know, just like some weird visualization of how like a card gets rid of another card with an effect. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh! I grew up watching that show. You're like, oh, man-eater bug, destroy. That's how that works. So that's where my brain was at for a second. Okay, Croc takes the life, summons the Kuzan, draws the card. Got another Kuzan. Okay. I find it interesting how Sentomaru has become an integral part of blue decks for a while. And what I mean by that is, it's like you normally find a blue build with him, right? Because the ability is strong. I understand that. And managed to survive, I want to say, a few metas where Red's board control is toxic. You're looking at 2, you're looking at 3, we're on 4 right now. And it just makes me think to myself, it's like, yo, you can't keep anything on the board. So why are people even taking a chance with this card? But when Sentomaru sticks, you're getting at least 2 pacifistas, at least 2. And the meta shifted a bit, so the board wiping cards are like calming down a bit. Okay, we swing for 6. 4 life, I can expect this person to take the life, but they got a 2k. Okay, yeah, if you got a free 2k, of course you drop it. Use the effect, get rid of Sentomaru. Let's restand that Kobe. Now this is the point where the crocodile's like, oh crap, realizing and understanding the threat that just hit this board. Because every turn, like he's literally seeing that anything he summons is gonna get destroyed because of Kobe. So right now, oh, visual error, forgive us. So right now it's like he needs to make sure he has what he has in his hand for Kobe, not for any other card at the moment. It's just Kobe is high threat level. Okay, plays Tomorrow, puts the Dawn, and goes for Pacifista. So he's well aware that he's losing one of those things. Has to be. And so I love Great Eruption in this build. I love it so much. It just seems so more, it's always playable, but it just feels better since there's something that's just guaranteed to happen instead of like when you take that chance of drawing one and hoping you top deck something. Great Eruptions it's just like in my head always been underrated, but when you're dealing with combo-y decks where you have to draw the pieces in order for everything to just work well, I understand. It feels like it doesn't do nothing half the times because you have nothing to combo it with, but it's a good card. Right, decisions is being made. Kobe gets rid of Sentomaru, goes for Garp, use Garp's ability, get rid of Pacifista. So now I'm also assuming that Garp is going to stay rested and Kobe is going to be restand, mainly for two reasons. One, Kobe does not require you to discard a card. That's very important. And then two, Garp is 6k, so technically 6k is easier to defend than 1000 or 5k. We don't really have much in our hand, especially since we're going to restand Kobe, so we don't really have much in our hand to protect Garp anyway. We got too many cards with no counter power except for Bersolino. So I can definitely imagine if, let's say, Croc swings for 7 on Garp, we'll drop Bersolino easy. No, I said 7, I'm sorry, 6. Oh, math is not mathing properly. So that's what happens when if you play decks with mad 2Ks. You just keep thinking, oh, I just gotta drop one card. Okay, so he swings for 7. There it goes. You know, thinking about it, probably could have afforded to leave the Pacifista on the field, maybe. No, but that would have been 2 swings. Oh, granted, if that was the play, then yeah, it would have been okay to leave the Pacif. No, still 2 swings, right? Yeah, no, that would have been risky. Life would have been potentially at 1, and that would have been dangerous. Well, we still have the Kobe on board. We're working with lots of Dawn. We have the Great Eruption. Many things can happen. So right now, it's just really a game of Dawn management. That's the point we've reached. You got Miss All Sunday. Come on, what's gonna happen? Decisions is being made. What I can think of. Okay, things is happening. Forgive me. We'll see what happens first. Kobe gets rid of Pacifista. Okay, I agree with that. Definitely. I was thinking about just leaving the blocker. You don't always have to go aggro-y or whatever. If you're okay with whatever card they choose to get back, then you could just swing. Okay, so we're going for pressure. Discards 1. What do you decide? Realizing, I'm sure they're realizing if they discard another card, things are going to be looking a little bit riskier. So they take Cruise on, lets you draw, sets up. Use action, bring Kobe back to life. Yeah, so cheap. Is it not? Is this not cheap? Oh, we got a 10 drop. Most telling plays is a leader just swinging. Okay, use the event to get rid of the blocker. So that way you didn't have to use an attack to deal with that. I understand. One of the hardest decisions an opponent of black has to make is, do I give you back your Kuzan so you can draw another card? And then, granted, he also could have bounced the brand new back, but I understand that. It's like, I definitely don't want you to search. If I didn't want you to draw, I don't want you to search. It's crazy. It looks like, I don't know, either setup or... So Garp is 5 Dawn, gets rid of 4. You got Hina, that's 8. And then you would have lssho, which would be 9, so that's not enough. So you're either going for blockers or brand new to see what you can top deck. Especially if we get like another Great Eruption, that would be great. Dang, just a handful of cards, but the dangers of the late game. Yeah, a real decision is trying to be made here. Okay, so raw swing. So whatever we're doing, it's going to just eat up a lot of Dawn. We are going for a blocker. So is it blocker, Kuzan, Bersolino, Kuzan, and maybe brand new? Wait, I'm just talking out loud. Okay, yeah, that's okay. 2, there we go. 2 blockers instead. So it's a healthier choice, healthier decision. Okay, I see why we're looking at the Helmepo, because if Helmepo can be on the board, that's a free -2 that we can get. Do you want the power or do you want the -2? That's what it really is. Okay, we're going for the -2. Man, this is a game. This is an interesting match. You see the difference in the board, but yet you can't laugh at, oh my god, are we looking at another 10 drop here? This is crazy. This is One Piece. Okay, he's like, nah, I want Bersolino off the board. He might take the life, ends up keeping a blocker. I get it, I respect it. Yup. And then gonna put the blocker back in her hand, and oh, gave us the searcher. Oh, there we go. Top deck a Great Eruption. So we got a 3-drop blocker, but of course, seeing a 10 drop on the board is very dangerous. If we can get one off the board, that should be a priority. So that's what we're looking at here. So I'm looking at Garp with Great Eruption. That's 6, Hina. Yeah, that's all the Dawn. What a magical play. Swing for 6. Let's see what you do. Take the life. You have all those cards in your hand and you took the life. That's bonkers. So is either you wanted a card or you have no 2Ks, and you didn't want to get rid of 2 1Ks. Okay, here's the Hina. Just negative, negative, negative. Drew another Hina. Wait, it says -7. Oh, I wonder what this math was. So that's 8. Oh, okay. We technically had a Dawn open because of lssho. Okay, but it didn't matter. It's not like we had like another 1 deduct by 1 card. We didn't have that. Okay, so the tough decision here is, do we try to get that helmet up on the board at some point in time, or do we just chuck it? Oh, the blocker gets chucked. Fukuro. Okay, so I guess because the Garp is a high priority target, it's basically like a blocker at this point. See, you can't leave Garp on the board. You just can't. So he takes Garp off the board. We can afford to take the one from the leader's swing. Unless he's only swinging for 5. Which he is. Okay, so we take that. Damn, look at all the Hinas. And another 10 drop. This is crazy. Oh, 3,000 worlds. Okay, we just got our Kobe bottom deck, and we got some blockers. Oh, they put the Hina back in the hand. Okay, we drew another Helmeppo, and we got 3 Hinas in our hand. So at this point, we have no cannons because we lost 2 Garps. We lost a Kobe. So now we got to see if we can dig into the deck and get another Kobe at this point. Which we do. And we got 2. Which I be hating this. Because basically, it's almost as if we could have just ended our turn. Right? And got one. No, we need plays now. Things is dangerous. There's a threat of lethal on the other side there. You know, because blockers can swing. We can't forget that. Blockers can swing. And we just got like too many counterless power cards in the hand. But this is the power of Hina, though. This is the fun part. This is the power of Hina. She is a 3-drop 5k, and she does -4. So that's fun. Decisions has to be made, and they have to be made right now. So let's see here. We got 5k swing. Okay. You have to, come on, you gotta get the blocker off the board. Hina, Kobe, RIP. And get the Kobe back. Alright, let's see what happens. We have 3k counter power here. And if Kobe stays on the board, we can definitely take out their 10 drop by just dropping 2 Hinas. So everything is not looking bad. It's not looking bad. We just gotta figure out what the opponent wants to do. Okay, so we're going for it. We block that attack because we definitely can't block that 12k. I promise you that. The only rush that I believe blue has is Usopp 4 drop. That's the only one, so I think it's safe to assume they're not going to have any rush. Okay, we're going to keep that, right? At this point, anything to make sure we can take something off the board is what's important. Oh, trigger. You got rid of Kobe again. So we got 2 Kobe's that have been put to the bottom. Well, 3 technically. One due to no. Brand new puts in the trash. So we got a Kobe in the trash. We got 2 bottom decked, and we got 2 Garps in the trash. Things have now gotten tough. What are we looking at here? We are looking at lethal. That's what we're looking at. It is always funny to see a game where the little guys that you refuse to get off the board ends up biting you. Because when you think about it, if he had chosen to bounce back that brand new when he first dropped the first 10 drop, then this board state would not be this. We would literally have to commit to a different play. So this is what's really happening right now. He literally has 2 brand news threatening lethal on him. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? But then again, you know, let me correct it. Then again, that play where we had to drop 3 cards, one of them would have just been brand new. So that means we'd have been able to keep like Barcelona blocker in our hand. So, you know, damn if you do, damn if you don't, I guess. So let's see if this works. 7K or full win. Okay, cool. We got the W. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck and see the ball control power. Peace.